Hello students, welcome to maths class. Today we will solve one method, integration by partial fractions. That means by using partial fractions, first we will simplify the problem, then we will apply the integration. First, by using partial fractions, actually partial fractions is a topic in 2A, right? So how we have to divide the given fraction into some small fractions, that is called dividing the fraction into partial fractions, right. So we will simplify, we will divide the fraction into small fractions, then we will apply the integration, that is called integration by partial fractions. Okay, so first see the first question, evaluate the following integrals. They won't mention, even in a previous class also it is integration by parts I said, but in the question they don't mention do this problem by integration by parts, do this problem by integration by partial fractions, they don't mention. We should realize by seeing the problem, this problem can be done by or can be solved by using integration by parts or can be solved by integration by partial fractions. So when product form is there, integration by parts. When fractions are there like this, downwards linear factors are there in any question, right, downwards linear factors are there, we can resolve that value into some partial fractions. First resolve them into partial fractions, then you apply your integration. Okay, so come on, now take the first question. So what is your first question? Evaluate integral x minus 1 by x minus 2 into x minus 3 into dx. Okay, so here if you observe, here we are having linear factors. So first we don't take the integral, first we will resolve the problem into partial fractions. So what is the procedure to resolve the problem into partial fractions means, observe carefully, we can write this as x minus 2, x minus 3 as it is I have taken. Now this can be written as, observe downwards, how many linear factors are there, right? In denominator, how many linear factors are there? This is called one linear factor, this is called another linear factor, two linear factors. So whenever two linear factors are there, we can write according to each linear factor, we can take one fraction. So see, we can write for this linear factor, we will write a by x minus 2. Next, we will write b by x minus 3. Each linear factor we will take one fraction by taking some constant by that linear factor, similarly some constant by that linear factor. We have to consider this as 1. So we are trying to resolve this into partial fractions. We resolved this into two linear factors, so we will get two fractions. Now try to get this a and b values. How we will get it? So we can write this as x minus 1 by x minus 2 into x minus 3 is equal to, come on, we can write x minus 2 into x minus 3 as a into x minus 3 plus b into x minus 2. Okay, so this side both will get cancelled. You consider that as equation number 2. So in this equation number 2, now you select such x value so that one value will get cancelled, we can get another value. Here values means we have to get a and b value. Select x such a form that we can cancel any a. Suppose a is cancelled, we will get b. b is cancelled, we will get a. So come on, put your x is equal to 2. What happens if we substitute x is equal to 2? 2 minus 2, right? 0. 0 into something 0. You will get your a value. Like that you have to select your x value. Put x is equal to 2 in 2. Actually we are doing partial fraction problems now. First we have to resolve the given equation into partial fraction. Then we have to apply for that to the integral. Okay, so come on, what happens in this 2 equation? We have to put x is equal to 2 here. X is there, so 2 minus 1 is equal to a into 2 minus 3 plus b into, come on, 2 minus 2. 2 minus 2, it is 0. 0 into something is 0. So here 2 minus 1 is 1 is equal to a into minus 1. 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Implies 1 is equal to minus a, implies a is equal to minus 1. Similarly, so here if we put x is equal to 2, your b cancelled, you got a value. Now you try to cancel a so that we can get b. So try to cancel a means we can take x is equal to 3 now, right? So put x is equal to 3, right, in second equation. So come on, what is your second equation? In x place we have to take 3. So 3 minus 1 is equal to a into 3 minus 3 plus b into 3 minus 2. So 3 minus 1 is 2 is equal to 3 into 3, 0, 0 into a, 0 plus b into 3 minus 2 is 1. So what is your b value? B is equal to 2. So therefore from 1, right, first equation, what is your a and b? This is your first equation. In a place you substitute a value, b place you substitute b value. This is called resolving the given fraction into partial fractions. How we resolved? So for each, first we have to check how many linear factors are there, right, in the denominator. So how many linear factors? 2 linear factors. For each linear factor we have to take one fraction. How we have to take the fraction? Some constant by that linear factor. Similarly, some constant by that linear factor we have to take. Then try to get that a and b. That is called resolving the fraction into partial fractions. So from 1, so what is your x minus 1 by x minus 2 into x minus 3 is equal to a. A is minus 1 by x minus 2 plus b. What is b? It is 2 by x minus 3. This is called resolving the fraction into partial fractions. We resolved this into 2 fractions, no? So that is called resolving the given fraction into 2 fractions, right? So therefore now you take your integral. Integral of, what is that? X minus 1 by x minus 2 into x minus 3 into dx is equal to integral of, we got this value as 2 values. So now you write these 2 values. What is that? It is minus 1 by x minus 2 into dx, right? Otherwise first you write combinedly, then you apply dx. Okay, so 2 into x minus 3 into dx. So whenever in the integral we are having plus, we have to take separate integrals, and minus 1 we can write outside. So it is 1 by x minus 2 into dx plus 2 is a constant, we can write outside, then it is 1 by x minus 3 into dx. So it is minus, come on, it is log of x minus 2 plus 2 into, this is log of x minus 3, right? After the completion of integral, we have to write plus c. So generally first term should be positive. So you can write this as 2 log of x minus 3 minus log of x minus 2 plus c is the answer of your question. Okay, so now come to the second one, so that we will solve all the important questions of integrals by partial fractions. Now come to the second question. Evaluate integral of 1 by x plus 1 into x plus 2 dx. So I said in the problem they won't mention solve this by partial fractions, they solve this by parts, integration by parts. They don't mention. You should know according to the situation of the question. That means so in the question, suppose downwards we are having linear factors, we have to integrate by using partial fractions. Suppose product form is there, we have to integrate by using by parts formula. Okay, so come on. So first we don't do directly the integrals. First we will resolve the given fraction into partial fractions, right. So it is x plus 1, x plus 2. So for each linear factor you take one fraction. How we will take? Some constant by that linear factor, right, b by x plus 2. You consider that as first equation. So in the given problem, denominator contains the linear factors, means first we have to resolve that problem into partial fractions. For that we have to apply the integration. Okay, that is the procedure. So for each linear factor one fraction we have to take. So now we have to find this a and b values. Then after substituting we can say that the fraction is resolved into partial fractions. So how we will get this a and b means just take the LCM and try to get your a and b values. So it is x plus 1, x plus 2, right. So here we will take x plus 1 into x plus 2. Come on, a into x plus 2 plus b into x plus 1. Okay, so we can cancel these two both sides and you consider this as your second equation. Now try to get your a and b values from this equation 2. How we have to get our a and b value means one time you select your x in such a way that b will cancel and a value we can derive. So how means, see, suppose if we have taken x is equal to minus 1, what happens? Minus 1 plus 1, 0. 0 into b, 0. Totally that value will get cancelled and you will get your a value, isn't it? So come on, put x is equal to minus 1, right, in second equation. Okay, then what happens? 1 is equal to a into, in x place, minus 1 plus 2 plus b into minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1, 0. 0 into b, 0, right. So 1 is equal to a into 2 minus 1 is 1. So a into 1 is a. So a value is equal to 1. Okay, now same thing. So here if I take x is equal to minus 1, b value cancelled and we got a, no. Now you select your x value in such a way that your a will cancel and you will get your b value. So here if I take x is equal to minus 2, what happens? Minus 2 plus 2, right. 0 into a, 0. Then you will get your b value, right. So therefore put x is equal to minus 2 in second equation. So what happens? 1 is equal to a into, come on, minus 2 plus 2, okay, plus b into 2 plus 1. Okay, so we are having this one x value as minus 2. Minus 2 plus 1. Okay, so 1 is equal to a into minus 2 plus 2 is 0 plus b into minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. 0 into anything is 0. So you are getting 1 is equal to minus b implies b is equal to minus 1. what I said, first we have to write for each linear factor, we have to write one fraction. How? Some constant by linear factor. For the second linear factor also, we have to write one fraction, some constant by linear factor. Now try to get that A and B value. We got A and B value now. Now substitute in first equation. That is called resolving the fraction into partial fractions. Okay. So come on. Therefore, it is 1 by x plus 1 into x plus 2 is equal to A. What is your A value? It is 1, right? 1 by x plus 1. Next, B by, right? B is your minus 1 by x plus 2. So this is called resolving the given fraction into partial fractions. Now we have to take integral for this one, okay, for this fraction. Therefore, integral 1 by x plus 1 into x plus 2 into dx is equal to integral 1 by x plus 1, right, plus of minus 1 by x plus 2 into dx. So whenever plus minus is there inside the integral, we have to take separate integrals. So we can write this as 1 by x plus 1 dx minus 1 by x plus 2 into dx. So what is this? This is log of x plus 1 minus log of x plus 2. What I said? Once the integral completed, we have to take a plus c. And observe, it is of the form log m minus log n, right? So there is one formula in logarithms, log m minus log n is equal to log of m by n. Okay, in logarithms. So it is in that form only, right? I said in the formula m, n, x, theta, these are general values. Instead of that, we can have any other values. So is equal to, it is log of x plus 1 by x plus 2. This is m, this is n. Log m minus log n can be written as log m by n, isn't it? So plus c, this is the answer. Okay, so observe carefully. So first method, actually in partial fractions also, again according to the given fraction, we have to select the method. If linear factors are there, different linear factors are there. See, in this problem, this is one linear factor, this is another linear factor. Here also, this is one linear factor, this is another linear factor, isn't it? If different linear factors are there in the denominator, for each linear factor, we have to take one fraction, right? Then for that, we have to find a, b values, then substitute. That is called resolving the given fraction into partial fractions. Suppose any linear factor is repeated, then another method is there, right? And suppose irreducible factor is there, right, then another method is there. Those are the methods in resolving the fractions into partial fractions. If you know how to resolve the fraction into partial fractions, then we can easily solve the integrals. Okay, so this is the method. So come on, first we are having this one, first one, x minus 1 by x minus 2, x minus 3. Downwards in the integrals, we are having linear factors, right? Then first we have to resolve the fraction, it is a fraction, right, into two partial fractions, two linear factors, two partial fractions. Suppose 3 linear factors, we will get, suppose here you are having into x minus 4, then here I will take plus c by x minus 4. For each linear factor, we have to take one fraction. How we have to take the fraction? Some constant by that linear factor, right? A by linear factor, b by linear factor, c by linear factor. Like that we have to take. After that, find out those constant values and substitute. That is called resolving the given fraction into partial fractions. Once they are resolved into fractions. You apply the integral. Okay, so definitely it will come into some standard integral formulae form and you can get your answer. After the completion of your value answer, you have to write plus C. Remember, after completing all the integration, we have to write plus C in each and every problem. So each linear factor is different. Then for each linear factor, we have to select one fraction. Okay, so here x plus 1, x plus 2. Suppose x plus 3 is also there, then here I will take plus C by x plus 3. One more fraction will come, and while solving we have to get a, b, c values there. Okay, after solving them, then apply the integral. Okay, so this is called the solving the integrals by partial fractions. So how we will know if the values are given in linear factor form, downward values are given in linear factor form, then we can go for integration by partial fractions. Okay, so practice these problems perfectly. I did 2 problems of same type so that you will get used to that method. Okay, so be perfect with these 2 problems. That's all for today. Have a nice day.